Early in the morning, police discovered the semi-naked body of a woman in a narrow alley. She had defensive cuts on her palms. A blood-stained handgun lay on the ground. The forensic pathologist initially determined she died from a fall from a roof. Bloody handprints were also found on a nearby building. Detective Benson cordoned off the entire building for investigation. However, most of the scene had already been cleared away. Only trash and debris remained. Based on experience, Benson suspected the location had once been a brothel. Back at the police station, fingerprint analysis confirmed the victim's identity. Her name was Tori, 20 years old. Tori had been arrested for heroin possession and trespassing. She later entered a drug rehabilitation court for treatment. She shouldn't have been in a brothel. Rehabilitation court Judge Colfax stated he had no knowledge of Tori's disappearance. He recommended contacting the medical records administrator. The administrator stated that Tori had successfully completed nearly a year of drug rehabilitation treatment. But several months ago, she suddenly disappeared. Tori has no parents. She was sexually assaulted at age 12 and subsequently began drinking heavily. At 16, she became homeless. She had virtually no social support. The investigation team suspected she might have relapsed into drug addiction and been forced into prostitution. The case reached a stalemate. Later, Kalik found a pair of custom-made leather shoes in a garbage dump. The shoes were worth $2,500. Store records showed the buyer was O'Connor. O'Connor was taken to the police station. Appearing extremely nervous, he said it was his first time soliciting prostitution. That day, he was trapped in a blizzard. A stranger in a bar gave him the contact information for a brothel. After he entered the room, Tori tied him up. He thought it was a special service. The bodyguard rushed in only after Tori cried for help and was knocked unconscious. She grabbed the gun, and chaos ensued as he and the others escaped. Police discovered the disposable cell phone was untraceable. Benson suspected it might be related to human trafficking. Tutu contacted Phoebe, the leader of the arrest team. Phoebe said the brothel frequently used a flash mob approach. It was extremely secretive. Fortunately, Tori's information was still preserved in the advertisements. Tutu posed as a customer and successfully contacted the internet service provider. The team arrived at the scene with a search warrant, but the suspect had already escaped. The scene was thoroughly cleaned up. Benson realized there might be a mole within the police department. The investigation quickly shifted to an internal investigation. This investigation was jointly conducted by the Special Victims Team and the arrest team. Tutu suspected the mole was from the arrest team. Phoebe believed Tutu was the leaker. During the argument, Kalik received a ballistics report. The handgun found at the scene belonged to a previously arrested drug dealer. It was supposed to be stored in the police station's evidence room. However, during the inspection, they discovered the gun had been switched. The evidence box contained only a brick, and this brick was the very gun the arresting team was supposed to hand over as evidence.